everyone. I am going to be working on figuring out the binding for the gnome panel quilt. Now, I kind of wing it a little bit, so if you all are more interested in accuracy, my friend Shirley from Around to It has a wonderful explanation on one of her videos. I will link that below. What I do for accuracy purposes is make sure I have enough to go around. So the panel was sideways, so the quilt top is actually up here, right? So it's 60 high by 80 wide. So the math for that is I need about 280 inches to go all the way around. Now I will probably cut it enough to be like 290, 300, just so I have some extra for joining purposes and fiddling room. I've got a good bit of this dark green solid, probably going to be enough. Because I sew the binding onto the back of the quilt and then turn it over and sew it again on the front with my machine, I have been tending to cut my binding at 2 1/4 inches. I just find that tidier. I think it looks better, so that's what I do. So I should be able to get, let's see, this is where the fudging comes in, because I don't precisely measure, oh, I need X number of strips and all that. So there's a 1/4 inch right there. 1, 2, 3 strips for sure from this, maybe even 4. And it is, how long is it? It is we'll call it 20. So 40 lengthwise. That's pretty good. There's 3 strips. There's 120 right there. So I also kind of do, let's go back to this. I also kind of do okay, since this is 60 wide, or 60 high, I should say, I'll need 2 strips. Join 2 40-inch strips there, plenty. Join 2 40-inch strips there, got enough for the sides. See what I mean? That's kind of how you can work it out too. And now I also have another big piece of the green. Let me just kind of turn the camera a smidgen. So turn it off. This is a pretty big whack. How big is it? I don't know, it's plus 20 some odd. I'm sure I can get a whole pile of 1/4-inch strips out of it. Oh yeah, it's past 24, 28 maybe? So anyway, that's where the fudging comes in. Now, if I'm off and I don't have quite enough of this green, I do have a couple of little minor bits that I can do a short piece for and maybe just add it to it, but I'm pretty sure that I will have enough out of this because this is a pretty big piece. So from the small piece, I can cut 2 40-inch strips, and that takes care of one side already. So I'm sure it'll be fine. If I have to add to it, I'll let you guys know. So I'm not great at eyeballing fabric to tell if I have enough. Once I start cutting, I can get a better idea. So from the smaller piece of green, like I thought, I got 3 strips. They are 2 1/4 by about 40. So 2 of them is plenty sewn together to do one 60-inch side with leftovers. And then the big piece is more like 44. So this one is 2 1/4 by 44. So if I put this 2 1/4 one with this 2 1/4 one, that is again more than enough for one of the 60-inch sides. So because I will have extra from that and extra from that, instead of cutting myself out 4 2 1/4 by 44, just to make sure I have enough for the 80-inch sides, I've only cut myself out 3. Because I think I will have enough. So 44 plus 44, that should be 82. That's more than enough for one side. And this is about half of one side for this 44, plus the extra from these 2 being sewn together, plus the extra from those 2 being sewn together that I don't really need. That should give me about 300 inches. So no, I did not do super accurate math to make sure I had 300 inches, but judging by how much I'm going to have extra, I think I'll have enough. So maybe I'll be playing binding chicken. Maybe I won't. We'll find out.